Hello and welcome to a little Q&A.
Hello.
Because I've got our guest round, JArkhamReviews.
Hello.
We've got a few little exciting projects coming.
We do. We've already recorded one. A big video. Big video.
Very big video for James's channel.
And it's the return of the Night Thoughts podcast.
All about Series 11. So if you want to know what we think of Series 11, because we started reviewing it on my channel with Hooving Our Council. You did your own individual reviews.
We did. I did. Which I did eventually have to give up on, abandon ship, just busy. Past just real life and uni.
It happens.
Does happen.
And I think we can confirm this. Mark of the Rani, it's coming.
Yeah, we done a Mark of the Rani locations video.
Yeah, we went round Bliss Hill where they filmed Mark of the Rani back in 1984. And it's going to be a very stylish video. I think we can say that.
Yeah, I was really proud. I was really proud of it. I thought we'd done really well.
And it's kind of something different, what you don't really expect from a channel.
Yeah, yours is usually just straight like Big Finish reviews.
It's very
figures.
Very visually different, maybe because it's on location.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I've not done location stuff on the web.
We had a great weather, like the sunset.
When you watch Mark of the Rani, weather's exactly the same, so it does feel very much of it back then.
It's very just of the story.
I think when you see it, I think really not much has changed. So I think it'll be quite a surprising one, and I hope you enjoy it. And we do have another big project, which this is kind of what's been leading up to. We've kind of been doing this. We've kind of been wanting to do how we got into Doctor Who and where we stand with Doctor Who now and our journey, because we're quite nostalgic people. We're quite nostalgia blind in a way. So that's kind of how this trip's kind of here, and here we are now.
Yeah.
So we're doing a Q&A. We put out on Twitter and everything, so yeah.
I have all questions right here.
Phone, so
I had a few answers. And
because some are ones you've literally just got to think through.
Yeah. And we had that discussion over breakfast, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's quite fun.
Certain thing. So let's get on with it.
Let's get started. So, the first question that was brought by Harry Draper of Bowtie Animation, absolutely fantastic chap.
Yeah.
Who recently won the Big Finish Short Trips contest. Congratulations to her.
Look forward to listening to that.
It's a second Doctor one, and it deals with a few things from Doctor's past as well. I've heard a few elements of it.
Is it a reference here?
Oh, it seems to be a mystery. Okay. Very intrigued to know, and it's free. It's free.
Yeah.
So listen to it.
I think it's going to be on the 28th of December. I feel so. Get it out. Get it.
Right. So Harry asks, guilty pleasure story.
Should we do one from classic, one from new?
Yeah, let's do one from classic, one from new.
Do you want to go first?
With me, it's either Haunts of Nimon or Dragonfire for classic series. I think they're. I think that Haunts of Nimon, it's just an actual intriguing story. It's a satire. It's a satire. And I think Dragonfire is just a good story. It's actually quite scary. The silliness, I really like it. I think it's really good. Really good.
I'm going to say Warriors of the Deep.
That's fair.
Because I feel like that story had a lot of production problems. Because Margaret Thatcher had a snap election. That's why production literally... That story should not exist.
Yeah.
Theoretically, that story should have never been done. But it's that story what's so cheesy, it's brilliant.
Yeah, and I really like the costume design for the Sea Devils. I thought putting them in the armour was a good idea. And
it's got one of the best deliveries for a line ever. You've got this James Bond character, and he's like, "You'll get no help from me, Salarian." And it's just great. I love it. So I think that's my classic. Do you like Tom and Rani? That's my favourite season 24.
Is it?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
That's quite fair.
I do enjoy that one.
That's quite fun. New series. My one. Oh, it's definitely Love and Monsters, which has been given a resurgence. I think it's a genuinely heartfelt and wonderful story. With great characters, and do you know what, they absorb off with banter. It's a Doctor Who tribute / satire.
It kind of feels like it's too soon to do a tribute to Doctor Who.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. But I quite like that's how a ballsy Series 2 was.
Okay.
Like Series 2, it gets a bit too much. It's got a bit of impact, doesn't it?
I see that.
Yeah.
I can't hate me for what I'm going to say.
What?
You're really going to hate me what I've picked.
Oh God, what?
I think I quite like Hellbent. The thing with me, I think the first 20 minutes are brilliant.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, they are really good.
Because he's got no dialogue, but he just sells a theme. It's kind of that thing with Battle of Ranskorav Kolos. If it wasn't a finale, you would enjoy it.
I just think she should stay dead. Completely.
She should have
thematically kills everyone.
She should have stayed.
That story.
Yeah, she should have stayed dead. But I think it's kind of that thing with Moffat finales.
Yeah.
I like them on their own, but when you try and tie them to an arc, they don't work. Because I like what's it called, Wedding River Song.
Yeah,
good little story. Great little themes of timelines all merging into one.
Yeah, it's a shit finale, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing with Moffat. That just the finale arcs never really work unless it is well enough in time and Double the Fools.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
that's fair enough. Tara Lepdal.
Okay.
She asks, are there any characters from Big Finish you'd like to see appear in the show, or should it stay separate?
No, I think it should stay separate.
Yeah. And the only characters that should appear are the ones who actually appeared in D.D. Gwen first. The only character I think should come into the show who's been related to Big Finish is Frobisher.
Yeah.
Frobisher very much fit the tone as a companion. Why not? You can have him as a human for most of it anyway. I get that the appeal's a penguin, but he is a shapeshifter anyway. And you can have him be a penguin for maybe a story, a series, I don't know, or just an episode.
But I feel like with Frobisher, he kind of is that thing where you get out of jail card that he can just shapeshift and get the Doctor out. He can pretend to be a guard.
Yeah,
I guess it kind of dumbs the Sonic down in a way which is good because obviously we're fed up with the Sonic with Series 11. But I just kind of feel like he's cheap, easy thing.
Or just have him as the penguin, but just say that he's been shunted a little bit and can't transform. But yeah, I think that Frobisher's the only one we can do. Lucy Miller, no. Charlie, no. Chris, no.
No, I feel like Bernice is your obvious one, but that's kind of been done in the books.
Yeah, I think the ship sailed. Ship sailed with Capaldi. I think she would have really fit with Capaldi actually on screen.
I think that was Susan.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Susan should come back now. What else? Iris Wildtime. I think she's quite topical right now, but yeah, no.
No, too
flamboyant.
not too fond of her actually, to be honest. Any characters from Gallifrey? I think the ship sailed for Romana after the 50th. I
don't want any returning character.
Yeah. So I think with Big Finish, only one Frobisher is the only one I'll take. I don't know, Beep the Meek's coming as well.
For me, I kind of like just to have their own entities. Like I don't treat them as one.
Yeah.
I think TV series is one thing, Big Finish books are one thing, magazines.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you try and compile them all into one thing, you're mad.
Yeah. When you put them on your shelves and it's just like, oh, what are you doing with like your book and then your CD and then your DVD?
No. You'd have the Target next to the story and then you'd have the CD.
But what if a scene's different in the Target?
They'll have to cut out pages and stick it like the DVD.
They just have like the last quarter of the rose Target just completely cut out. Actually, to be fair, if they do that, probably a classic elitist anyway. No serious stuff on that shelf. No. But yeah, that's actually a very good question to be honest. But yeah, I think separate entity because I think Big Finish get a bit too self-referential these days.
That's the problem with what they're doing next year.
Legacy of Time.
Oh, we're going straight there.
Yeah,
we're reaching that territory already. The pairings are wrong.
Yeah.
Pairings are wrong.
The only one that's on the head is like River and Bernice, but do you know what? I think that should have been
box set.
River's range a long time ago.
I feel like that should have been like, what, number 2, box set number 2?
I think that's fair. I feel that they really peaked with Davison and now they're kind of just like trotting along. They've done Tom for the sake of it.
Oh, Series 6. What's that about? Like, what is
you
that?
cannot touch an Unearthly Child, especially episode 1.
Episode 1's the one where, like, yeah, watch an Unearthly Child, just episode 1, just watch that. That's fine.
Because it's sacred, never be touched ever again. I feel with the 8 Doctors and that scene with Unearthly Child,
that works.
It works.
The time bubble.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's not even how the scene even goes in the episode either. But yeah, I just don't agree with that at all. Web of Fear, I'll be honest, that story's been a bit saturated these recent years.
Yeah. And then Carnival, there's not much you can do with Carnival.
I think Carnival's another sacred one.
Yeah.
I think that's I think that's rarely like experimental Pertwee. Because I prefer Pertwee on Earth. Me and you were talking about this. So his alien stories don't really stand out to me. Yeah.
Carnival's a nice balance because you've got the ship, I think it's to Singapore, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got that. And then you've got obviously the marshland, and then you've got them inside the miniscope. So
I think it works well. I don't think it should be touched.
I think it's really underrated. People seem to think it's overrated.
And I really don't like the idea of with the other series with Eric Roberts, Master returning, because I actually like him as the Master, but I think there needs to be a sense of finality.
Just going back to Series 6, Talon's Wayne Triangle.
Never, no.
Number 0, episode 0. It's just because we feel sorry for Chris Chris, poor Jago.
Yeah.
They've had their ending in Jago and Lightfoot forever.
Feels time.
Yeah, I feel like that was a nice little book closure. If they're going to do Jago and Lightfoot, do it as series 14. What they have planned, do it as either a book, because I think it's quite nice, like a red canvas with like a gold writing, or get Lisa Bauman and Christopher Benjamin, and
they can do like the audiobook version.
Well, that's what I mean. Do that with Chris Benjamin, Lisa Bauman, and Person Made Quick.
Very lovely.
And that would be quite nice.
Yeah. Other than that, that'd actually be very nice. Big Finish getting the book rights back. Because you can't.
We have the old Birdie Summerfield book.
He's not very proud with that. Yeah. So why not just not Top 200? Jago and Lightfoot.
Yeah.
And I think that the way that those stories, it could be a very good novel. Very much like Sherlock Holmes and stuff like that.
Very nice.
So Terry also asks another question. If you could erase one character from canon, who would it be and why? 1, 2, 3. Clara. Very good.
There we go.
Who else? You have another one, don't you?
I'd say Osgood.
Osgood, yep. I would agree with that.
Because I feel like it was too on the nose. Like, I feel like it was great just to have that, but Malcolm's there.
Yeah.
Malcolm kind of does that, and I feel like Malcolm had more of an impact.
Yeah, I feel that he had a lot of charm to it, a bit more than Osgood. I think with Osgood, we liked her at the start, and then the more you rewatch her, it kind of becomes a bit annoying. And then when she became a plot point, it just got to the point of, oh, piss off. And with like the 7th Doctor jumper, like I thought the Tom scarf was fine, because it doesn't have to be Tom's exact scarf. Where are you going to get that jumper from, though?
No, nobody's going to do it. And it's like with the unit stuff, like she's got wearing a velvet jacket or whatever. I guess that works.
Yeah,
it's kind of like they're doing it for the sake of let's be quirky, or like just to make us feel excited and have that warm, tingly feeling.
And that scene at the end of when she's obviously a Zygon, and then at the end, oh, I'll tell you one day you're never coming back. No. It's like, So Osgood. I can't really think for another character for me. I'll be honest, Kate Stewart I hate in the show, but I'm very open-minded to see how they do her in Big Finish, because it seems that the new box set's gone down very, very well. We have Luke, TARDIS Skywalker 3 listen to it, he seems to be a fan of it. I guess just the way Kate's been written just in the show. Other than Clara, I really don't think there's another character I would erase, especially in Classic Who.
Dodo?
No, I like Dodo. I like Dodo. Who Killed Kendi? Yeah. Read that book. That really fixes Dodo, and you watch her stories and you really feel a great sympathy for her.
Okay.
Because she is quite a sympathetic character. That's that. Thank you, Terry. That was actually very, very good.
Yeah, very good.
Got some discussion after that.
You evil person.
Evil. So, next question comes from Ash, who is Skull Hunter 343, absolute top guy.
Yeah, very good Twittery person.
Yeah, very good Twittery person. Yeah. He's really, really kind as well. If you could pick 3 lost stories to be animated, which ones would you pick and why?
Okay.
My first ones are The Crusade. 2 episodes.
I love that. It's a very good story.
It is really good, and I think it'd be a lot more enjoyable than visuals. It's charming, and 2 episodes. Very cheap. I've also got The Massacre down, 4 episodes.
Yeah, that would be on mine.
Because none of it exists, not even telesnaps. The actual loose cannon recon, I think, is a marvel of fan creation, because they sort out all like the Radio Times advertisements, and that's where the visuals are from, and I think that's fab. I think that's one of the best recons, and it's a very good story. So 2 historicals. Also have Evil of the Daleks, on one condition: you do it right. You do it in the style of the Moonbase was, because the Moonbase, I think, is the best peak animation.
That's the thing with animation. I feel like if they said, right, we're going to do this story, but it's not going to be out in 3 years.
Yeah.
I would say thank you. Yeah. You know, I'll happily wait for good quality stuff.
Because I didn't like the power animation. The Daleks were done very, very well, to the point I think they were horrifically over-detailed, I think, though. Like, with the, do you know, they have the screws and that. I hated that.
I think you need to watch the colour version.
Until
because the colour version I'd much prefer than the black and white.
Yeah.
Sacrilege,
I just don't like the way the characters move, very, like, pin.
I think that's more Ice Warriors, I think, of, like, the little pin
At least with Macrotel, they've got the likenesses down, finally.
Jamie looks a bit off.
Trans on that matters.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, those are my 3. Crusade, which is 2 episodes, The Massacre 4 episodes, and then Evil of the Daleks. We would have 1 episode of that, so very good.
I would say Marco Polo, just to complete season 1.
Yeah.
And plus it's a really good story.
That kind of ties into another one of our questions as well.
As well. I think it would work quite well in animation, especially with the the TARDIS being called the Caravan on the back of like the horse and cart.
Very good visuals.
Very good visual, animated.
You know, it's such a shame that do you know the company that done it? Like
Planet 55.
Planet 55. I love that anime style for Doctor Who. I think it works fantastic.
I think they really nailed it in Moonbase.
Oh, the shine of everything. They could do the snowy landscapes and the mountains in the background fantastically.
Really would. So yeah, I like that. I think Dalek's master plan.
Oh, as a full. Yeah.
Because I feel like we're never going to have it all complete.
Yeah, and I think that it's one of the stories actually will never actually be because of the distribution.
Yeah. Well, Feast of Stephen, that only got like failed once.
Exactly. So I think that'd be fair to sacrifice 3 years worth of DVDs for animating for those 12.
I would sacrifice waiting 5 years.
Yeah.
Like I'd say, give it 5 years and I'd happily saying this is coming, but you're going to have to wait 5 years for it.
Because I think that's kind of a story that you kind of can get away with that Power of the Dalek style of animation, because I quite like the animation, the In the Vein one. For
Mission to Unknown.
Mission to Unknown, yeah. You know, maybe I twat, but...
That's another story.
Yeah, but Mission to Unknown is quite good. Which will have Mission to Unknown with it.
Yeah, that'd be like... Because I do it with the audio soundtrack anyway, so it'd be a nice little pairing.
Yeah, that'd be quite good.
And then I feel like I should go for a Troughton.
Oh wait, right. How would you do it on the shelf, Mission to Unknown? Because it is a separate story before the Myth Makers.
Box set.
Box set, okay.
You know, like Rescuing the Romans?
Oh, very good, very good.
Type of thing.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of focusing on Hartnell because Troughton's been done quite a lot.
I agree. That's why I had 2 Hartnells and 1 Troughton. And we do need more Hartnell.
Celestial Toymaker, I think, would work quite nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's a visual story.
Visual story. Even though I love the story anyway, yeah, visuals it would be...
But I'm not going to pick that.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably going to pick Throw from the Deep.
Okay, very good.
Because
I can agree with that.
Because I think that it'd just be nice to have that with Season 5.
Yeah, and we had this discussion last night. I watched the Recon earlier this year for the first time a few weeks. I didn't really... It didn't grip me, and I think a problem to that is the visuals, because they're very impressive, to the point where it got to when it would show that the footage with the mouth opening, fantastic, but I just think it needs more for me. Just the way I kind of...
It is an audio story because of the whole atmosphere of it, with like the throb.
Yeah.
So, I think that's mine.
Yeah, I think Fury from the Deep. I think you could get some good visuals.
And
out
plus,
of that.
It'll be beautiful to have the goodbye of Victoria.
Exactly.
I think that'd be nice.
Especially after Deborah, and if you wanted to at the end.
Yeah.
For Deborah Watling.
Be brilliant.
Yeah, very good.
That's my choice.
Yeah. Ash also asks another question.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on Jodie as a whole, and what do you think would be the right direction to take the show? Very similar to what I've just been talking about, actually.
Yeah, literally.
In our video.
Do you want to go?
I'll go first.
For me, Series 11.
For me, she needs to have her heart broken, because the Doctor has to have a heartbreaking moment, I think, to actually make them stand up. I think it's really where Tennant changes in Age of Steel, when Sally, the Cyberman, dies.
Yeah.
That's really, I think, a turning point for his Doctor, because it both gives his Doctor a bit more humanity, because he was the no second chances guy. Even in school reunion, he's like... to the headmaster,
that's a beautiful scene.
Yeah, he's like, I'm fucking up your shit, you cannot stop me. And I think the Sally scene, it gives him his humanity. He realises they are people, but he realises to a point they need to be stopped, and that eventually starts his arc off to becoming Time Lord victorious. Yeah. And then with Matt Smith's Doctor, I think he really kind of has a very tough first few episodes, because
Beast Below, he's literally...
he's broken. In Victory of the Daleks, I think the Dalek kind of hurts him.
Yeah, because it's like literally, he sees a Dalek and he's like, look, Churchill, you're doing it wrong. This is all completely bad. And I'm going to hit a Dalek with a spanner because I'm really mad about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I just like that, because he knows what a Dalek stands for. And throughout Victory, he's like, look, this is bad.
Yeah, exactly. And Capaldi's heartbreaking moment was when Clara died.
Yeah.
And that's for me in Face the Raven. When he realises Clara's bound for death, that's when he becomes the Doctor for me. So I think Jodie needs that. Right, do not kill a companion. No. But she needs to have just such a heartbreaking scene. And I think that will really set the Doctor in the right direction.
I kind of want like a Hartnell type of massacre thing where there's no hope.
Yeah.
There's no hope. Like, she's done all she can, but she knows it's history.
Yeah.
Or like there's an alien world and she knows that she can't do anything about it. Like, say, like a Dalek invasion, and they're all like flooding into the planet.
It's not like a scene of changing time with toys. It's literally just the threat's too big.
She's delaying the inevitable. Like, as much as it pains me, I really have to leave this planet. You know, I'm just delaying it just to give you a little bit more time to breathe.
Yeah.
But I can't stay.
And yeah, I'd like that. The threat's too big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to add a bit more serious scenarios for her to act serious, I think.
I want to lose the clunky dialogue.
And I think a costume change as well.
I want something a bit more formal. Because I don't see the Doctor in a costume.
Like, somebody done that art, and I was speaking to you about it, and it was like Jodie in black pants and a shirt.
Yeah.
And I think that rarely works well. I like the coat.
That is similar to Capaldi.
I don't know, I just think she looks really good in that outfit.
Yeah, she looks good in Capaldi's
Problem is
costume.
that, yeah, she looks really good in it.
Yeah.
Something a bit more formal, and I think.
I wouldn't say to the extent of Destiny Romana, but I kind of like Horns of Nimon. Like, you know, riding boots.
Yeah.
That kind of. A
Yeah.
bit more flamboyance and a bit more colour.
Yeah, I think I don't know, just something to reflect.
Yeah.
A character change, I think. And, you know, or something like Matt Smith's. How he evolves with his costume. Because, I don't know.
Like McCoy, actually. I think McCoy's a better example. Just like a simple change.
Even if she darkens the coat.
Yeah.
With something, with a grey coat or something like that. Just something. I just think we need a bit more tonal changes visually, and I think with her the whole like, I think the personality adding a bit more darker stuff, and maybe have a bit more mystery to her. Like the gang just realizes, like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, we don't really know where you're from, like, and you're just kind of like you.
Because Series 11 did play it very safe.
It did.
It was a very safe series.
They very much accepted who the Doctor is. I think it'd be very much for them to start doubting, and there's a mystery.
I would like a story where, like, it's just the companions just stuck somewhere. The Doctor nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Like, they start questioning, why are we travelling with them? Who is this person? Why do we have so much trust in that character?
Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic, and maybe have her being a bit more schemeful.
Kind of that Doctor Light. Yeah, I think we've got a nice Doctor Light story.
Yeah,
that would.
Yeah, so I think those for the 13th Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good question, Dash. Thank you very much. So, Mythical Phaedra on Twitter. What's your favourite cover format, Big Finish wise? Sidebar, the original sort
That'll
of.
That'll be TV Movie logo.
Yeah, until the latest one.
I do like the latest one because it's kind of going back to Big Finish's roots.
Yeah. For me, I think the original layout was absolutely perfect. I think the art, I love the simple art, and you know me, I mostly get the older releases.
Yeah, it's for the covers.
Yeah, they're so simple in the fact they tell you a story, and that is what you need. They tell you a story within the cover and gives you enough for intrigue. I rarely think the sidebar was. I don't like it.
You don't like the sidebar at all?
No, because I guess it can be fine early days. But eventually it took the piss, and you were trying to fit on like everything, and started putting on all the companions, the Doctors.
Big Finish. The cover artist only listened to the first 2 episodes, so you're only getting half the story on a cover.
Yeah, I feel now that it's a really good balance. I don't like their stupid banner thing, because the whole point of me wanting the sidebar to go was that we could have these big explosions of artwork, and that's why. Better Watch Out and Fairy Tale of Salzburg. They are the best covers. Just the CD of them are beautiful because it's these explosions of just colour and it's fantastic. So I really love the.
I think it all depends on your theory on the logo. Like, what do you think of the logo? Like, do you prefer the McGann logo being on Big Finish, or do you prefer?
I'll be honest. I was very upset. First time, but do you know what? That logo looks bloody lovely, doesn't it? Like,
I'm more upset about the spine.
Oh yeah, the spine. That was a shit decision.
I wouldn't have the logo on the spine. I would just kept it as Doctor Who in white.
Yeah, I really don't like them on the thing on the spine. But I think on cover wise, I think it was. Oh, I think it was Hour of the Cybermen that really done it for me.
No, I still feel like Hour of the Cybermen is quite compact.
I
think it's quite.
Yeah, I think they're still like working it out.
I feel like now they've got it now.
Yeah, I do agree, but I really think get rid of that torn banner. I hate it.
That's kind of like a one-off, like them experiment. I like the New Adventures cover because it's kind of like a homage.
Yeah, because it's like the Virgin New Adventures cover. That works
with the McCoy intro and Jodie's.
And even the artwork, it spills out, doesn't it? It bleeds out. So yeah, right, favourite.
Yeah, it's got to be 7th Doctor. Like that.
And what would your favourite be for overall, like the TV movie one?
TV movie, because I just think it's a nice chunky logo.
And I think that's my favourite.
And it stands out on the shelf.
And yeah, they're very much like PDA covers as well. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, it was very unique to Big Finish. And just the style. Mystery, I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it.
Especially Dust Breeding. That's a very good cover.
Oh, Dust Breeding's fab. And an intrigue for what's to come. Yeah, thank you, Mythical Phaedra. So the next question is from Isaac Whittaker-Dakin. He asks, if you could choose the next classic season to be released on Blu-ray, what would it be and why? I think the best way to answer this question is for us to go through the every Doctor and then pick our one.
Next. What do we do?
Right, first Doctor, who do you want?
Season 1.
I want Season 1 as well.
Because I think Twitch had such a lovely response to it.
Yeah, and you only need... And exclusive Marco Polo animation. Like, of course you can...
That's a bad move.
Oh, no. I mean, like, you can call it an exclusive at the beginning. Yeah. And then eventually release the DVD of it.
It's kind of
because I think if you release it on the Blu-ray first, even if you say you eventually get a DVD, people will still buy that Blu-ray.
Just for that.
And it's such an iconic series, and the fact that it's mostly complete is a blessing.
Yeah.
And could you imagine the art? It'd be beautiful. Yeah, exactly.
Just the fact of Hartnell on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I mean, more Hartnell DVDs. So, yeah.
Need more Hartnell in my life.
You know. So yeah, Season 1.
Yeah,
any other reasons for Season 1? Or?
No, I just think that it's a pretty good season.
Yeah, it's very good. So, Patrick Troughton.
Don't know.
Season 6 for me, because I think that's my favourite Troughton series.
See, I like Season 5, but there's a lot missing from it.
There is a lot missing, yeah.
I think Season 5's a stronger season.
Okay.
Personally. Enemy, Web of Fear.
Yeah, good.
Ice Warriors.
Very strong
stuff.
I think with Season 6 for me, I love the tone of it. And I love, you're not a big fan of the Mind Robber.
I don't like Season 6, full stop.
I like the Mind Robber, I love the War Games, the Invasion. I just love this. I just love the tone of it. Yeah. The Dominators is fun. Crotons, why not? I just think, quite fun.
Bloody Dominators.
You just watch it at Christmas.
Nothing can... Literally, episode 1 of the Dominators, plot's given. Like, literally, you've got another 4 weeks left of that.
Oh, beautiful.
Poor people.
Could you imagine, like, the sit down with, like, Wendy Padbury and, like, watching and Fraser Hines? Oh, it's a shame that we can't have Dear Old Deborah in Season 5.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful. And have, like, Nick for, like, the invasion to come in.
Oh, beautiful. Pertwee.
Season 10's coming out, so I'm not going to pick that.
I'm doing Season 8.
I would say that technically.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking in terms of restoration. I want Pertwee last.
Okay.
Because of how technology advances, I don't want them to go. It's really advanced now. We could really do a better version right now. So I don't want that regret.
Yeah. So what would be like your
Season 11?
Season 11.
Because Invasion of the Dinosaurs, new dinosaur special effects.
That'd be quite good to watch, wouldn't it?
And a proper recolorization of episode 1.
I think the best updated effects they've done was the Mara.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. Because I really hate the updated effects on DVDs most of the time because it's usually just shitty CGI. But I think the Mara's done very, very well on that.
Yeah, that's the one I normally go for.
Yeah,
watch it.
It's very good. It looks actually a part of the episode.
It does, yeah.
It's
freaky. Very well, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, would you go Season 11 then?
Yeah.
Because it's not really my favourite Pertwee season.
It's not
my least favourite, but
it's my least favourite too. But I feel like there's more opportunity to do new stuff with it. Yeah. I think that's what I'm putting at, because I feel like for me, the buying factor of the Blu-ray box set is because of the new element. It's not because I've got the stories or whatever. Because I feel like the thing with the Blu-ray box sets is they could have easily just upscaled them. You said, there you go, that's your Blu-ray. But the fact that they're putting newer elements in.
Yeah.
It's not that you're getting a pretty box and something you have already. Yeah. You're getting something new. So I feel like, for me to go, I want it naturally because it's Pertwee.
Yeah.
But I want something to make me go, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's to experience a story what you've seen countless times, but in a new light.
So the cover of that would be beautiful. You can have Isaac say the spider in the middle, Dalek.
Agador statue.
And
have Pertwee holding the crystal.
Oh, that's beautiful. That would actually be fantastic. Pertwee holding the crystal would make it stand out.
It's like Davison holding the star.
Yeah. So we've got Tom now.
Tom's pretty easy.
Yeah, I have to go for mine. It's a toss up between Season 13 and 14. I have to go Season 14, I think.
Okay.
Just because I love the Deadly Assassin. I love Robots of Death.
Yeah.
Mask of Mandragora. Really enjoy that. I think you could do some good features. I think Tom watching that, I'd have a lot of fun with that.
I would quite like Tom just going around Port Merion.
Yeah.
Just wandering around.
Yeah. So what season did you do?
I quite like season 17 on Blu-ray. I quite like that. That'd be quite a fun season.
Yeah, banter.
But
Tom, can we please just piss him up and have him watch that entire thing?
Yeah.
Destiny, you got City of Death. He'd be like, oh yes, me and Lala made love over there in that hotel. You know, that was the honeymoon location for them.
I mean, I don't want to be obvious. I don't want to go season 13 because I think that's what I would have picked. But I want to be a bit quirky.
Yeah, and you've got Horns of Nine one as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put Shardra on there as well.
Do you know what I would actually love? Do you remember, like, obviously the Sutek sketch on the Pyramids DVD?
Yeah.
Have that with Naimon.
Yeah.
And a guy dressed as Soldeed. I would love that, living with the Naimon.
Oh gosh, they did it with Scaroff, didn't they?
Yeah,
it's good.
You could have like like the Naimon are kind of his pets, and he's like off to feed the Naimon.
Yeah,
and they all just kind of gather all this.
Or they go to like a zoo and like, come on, children, come and see the Naimon.
I would love that. So yeah, season 17, what a choice.
Yeah, I think I fit that.
Next for Davison.
That's easy.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Yeah, season 21.
Special features would be good. Good stories. I think there's some good...
I think anything Davison on Blu-ray would be brilliant because Davison's very honest as a person.
Yeah. And I really think... I think you could do some really interesting special features as well.
Yeah.
You could have like a little sit-down meeting in a cafe of Terry Malloy and Peter Davison just having like a little sketch, I think.
That'd be interesting.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
Colin, obvious, 22.
Yeah.
Banter. And McCoy, we're getting season 26.
Yeah.
So, season 25.
Yeah, nobody told me to go to season 24.
Nah, fuck that.
That was mad.
Right, so overall, out of all of them, what would you want the most? I would like season 1.
Season 1. Yeah. I'll go for that.
Right, Right, here's our thing.
Look at Marco Polo.
Because we were saying about 5 years.
Yeah.
What if they say, no Blu-rays for 2 years, but you get Marco Polo animation?
Fine.
Yeah, fine. I quite like that because, we're getting season 26 and season 10. There we go, sorted.
The things with the Blu-rays is I don't want them to release them really quick.
Yeah.
I want them to take their time and there'll be a buying factor.
It's a bit, the special features, with I think the John stuff, that'd be a bit tough to watch because not many left now.
Yeah, that's true.
Not enough, you've not got John Nick, just use Katie.
Just get them doing it now. Get Corporal Bell back.
Yeah, exactly.
Get Corporal Bell back, get her back.
Yeah, so that was our question from Isaac. Thank you very much, Isaac. So season 1, so...
Yeah, season 1, I think that's the one we're going to lock in.
Yeah. Mike Friendly, who is your favourite new series Doctor?
I can't answer this.
Can't answer it. Me, it's Eccleston. I think for what's achieved in a 13-episode series, it feels longer than any other series because of just the arc, how tight the stories are. I think every story is good.
I've said this before, series 1 is the best of the modern series.
It is, because there's no stinker. Even Long Game I love. I think Boomtown is fantastic.
But if you're going to Cardiff, that's the story you stick on.
Oh yeah, always mine. Every time. It's fantastic when you watch it and you're in like the travel lodge and then you look over and you see Cardiff Bay. Oh, that's beautiful.
For me, I kind of have an emotional attachment to them all.
Yeah.
Because Eccleston's my first. Tennant's that primary school days. I'm nostalgia blind. And Smith was kind of, I wouldn't say he's the person who made me, but he was the one who made me grab life.
So it's like the strive of your fan grip.
Yeah, I guess. And I think because I was so excited for Series 5.
Oh yeah, Series 5 hype is fantastic.
That's brilliant. And I love Capaldi because he's kind of that perfect bridge between classic and new, and he's very much modern John, but I feel like I've got to go Capaldi.
I'm working with Jodie, so...
And Jodie's a work in progress.
Don't worry.
So I think Capaldi's mine.
Yeah.
Capaldi's my favourite.
So Eccleston, Capaldi. Thank you, Mike. TARDIS Guy 123. Luke, very good chap, very good chap. Most anticipated Big Finish release of next year.
Got mine.
Okay. I think...
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
You're not really into Big Finish that much. You're a casual buyer.
I'm a casual buyer. I got a very decent amount.
Yeah. This year you have.
Problem is, I kind of get tired of the bullshit a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair. Is that fair? I think people are really kind of opening up. I think on Twitter a lot more. I've noticed people are kind of like these things are.
It's the River and Altamore going to be like, why are we doing this?
And I think people don't appreciate all the returning characters and things like that. It's like with Legacy of Time. Charlie with the 6th Doctor. No, Paul with 8. I think that's the obvious choice.
I think their logic is you've had Charlie with 8 in Ravenous. You know, actually.
But it shouldn't be in Ravenous because we've got a fantastic story in Ravenous too, and to expand into that, like what we were talking about with Luke, of Ravenous being kind of the main threat with the 11 kind of doing stuff in Ravenous 3, but then the 11 goes off somehow. Does whatever, transforms to the 12, does whatever, but the Great Vampires are introduced in the final of Ravenous 3, and then in Ravenous 4, that's the battleground, Great Vampires and the Ravenous, and the Doctor's in between this war.
For me, I think that's Ravenous 2 has probably been the most positive we've been about.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
Like, most positive
because we both have reviewed it at this point. So please watch. Cheeky plug.
Please watch that.
Ravenous 2 was phenomenal. That was fantastic. But I guess I've got my little standard. Ravenous 3, I'm excited for the overall story.
No, I'm dreading that. I'm really dreading it.
Just for the overall story, I have no interest in Charlie.
Why does Bliss come into it?
And Bliss.
Because it doesn't work thematically for me.
Yeah, exactly. Because this story of Ravenous is very much the Doctor dealing with the now. It's why I didn't really like the 11 in Ravenous 2.
We've only just got Helen and Liv.
Exactly, and you bring back new ones. And Helen and Liv, we're finally connecting with them, aren't we? Because Liv opens up a lot more.
They have their own story in the box set.
Because she opens up stuff from all that was dealt with in Ravenous, in Doom Coalition, and that's coming forward now and expanding upon. And we've got a little mystery of what happened on Caldor now.
You don't need Doom Coalition to get that character.
Yeah, exactly. Because I dropped out of Doom Coalition after the first one. I missed Ravenous 1 because I heard it was a bit naff. And then I jumped on Ravenous 2. Perfect. I thought it was beautiful. Beautiful box set. A lot of thought. But so Ravenous 3, I'm really interested in Paternoster again because I don't really like the gang in the show. Strax in the show shite. Jade and Lightfoot and Strax, one of my favourite all-time releases. Dan Starkey, very, very good in that. I'm not usually a big fan of his Sontaran. Like, even a Big Finish, like, in the Sontarans, it's very hit and miss in that story. But I think he really makes Strax. He makes Strax his own, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Jenny, there's a lot more depth you can do with her. I think Big Finish can do that really well. And Vastra, I guess, give a bit more meaning to the character rather than being the person to tell how the 11th Doctor how important he is. And then there's like the Tortured Monsters.
Yeah, that's one I'm actually going to get, despite me not being a Tortured fan.
I think
not because Katie's in it, but I'm just really interested with the pairings because it just works.
I really like
Margaret and
I like Gwen and the Fendal.
You see, that's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, but it's the fact that it takes the shine off the 8th Doctor Fendal story.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I don't
That's a problem. But yeah, the Margaret being back, I think they could do some stuff with Susie being a bit mischievous. See, these are the great pairings. It's not like classic Monsters, New Monsters Volume 1 just for the sake of it. It's actually it could build upon these characters a bit more.
It's the thing with Big Finish that the ideas are there, it's just where they put those ideas is where it falls apart.
Precisely. And do you know what? I hate Rose, but Dimension Canon, it looks like they're actually making a bit of an effort with that one because of Clive. Alternate Universe Clive. And I like the fact no monsters. Human threats, it was in the bottom of the article. Guess if it's wrong, you just clear it out, but I guess there's the main range next year. I don't know. I think more covers.
Chameleon's going to be quite exciting.
The problem is with these big hyped trilogies, I don't trust them anymore.
No,
it's usually the lesser ones that kind of slip in.
I mean, the mag stuff's exciting because as you know, I've not been a fan of 7, 8, and Mel.
Yeah.
That's why I quite like Warlock's Cross and Muse of Fire because it's not tied down to anything.
And I think Mags very much deserved to be a companion anyway.
She did, but I just don't like the choice of writers they picked for the trilogy.
Worrying.
For me, I kind of want Third Doctor Volume 5.
Okay.
But it's the one I'm most worried for.
Oh, because you're a bit critical of the Third Doctor stuff.
Yeah.
And you're starting to get into it, but you have to be very bang on with Pertwee.
You do, for me, and I feel like John Coltrane just sounds like he's got a cold, like Nick Courtney's got a cold, and Liz, I wouldn't have touched. I feel like it's kind of too soon. And
it's like it's almost like you already had enough there for season 7, but then the companion chronicles and the books, they're complementary.
Wages of Sin, right? Joe and Liz meet. How's that going to work in Big Finish? Are we going to get a reference, or is that literally?
Is she going to come back from Cambridge, or?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
So and they've got the Primods from Inferno. Going to have a sequel to Inferno, which.
Unnecessary sequels.
Yeah, I feel like Inferno's kind of there. It's done. You know?
It was very much that one event scarred Pertwee throughout his era, and I think that really kind of it gave such impact to his Doctor. Just one event could change him.
That's why he wanted to go out there, because knowledge, and he didn't want to see it happen again.
Yeah, exactly. It very much makes his Doctor essentially the most beautiful.
Yeah.
Any others you're looking forward to?
Fourth Doctor Series 8, just because it's something different, because I am a little bit tired of Leela.
Yeah.
And I'm quite excited for, series... Was it Series 9, Fourth Doctor? Because we go back to the 4-part format.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice, and it's E-Space, so yeah.
Because I think the Fourth Doctors are sometimes at its best with the 4 parts, One Man War. It's like, Saturday tea time all over again. Fantastic stuff.
That's why Hinchcliffe box set #1 to serve, because it is traditional Tom.
Exactly.
I think
the War Master is going to be an intriguing release with the 8th Doctor. Because I think about the way they do it, because I think it'd be
Swiss cheese.
Yeah, you cannot wipe his memory one more time, because that is just lazy. And I think it could be a meeting for the sake of it, or they could do something with it.
I think it's like 5 years too late.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had John Hurt and Jacoby sooner, I feel like that would have been a War Doctor.
Yeah.
I do feel like those are scripts what they had planned for John Hurt. But we don't really want to see these go to waste, so we're just putting with the War Master.
I know, because it could be like River Song, and they don't really meet in that box set, do they? It's just over the voice.
Yeah.
So it could be it could be an 8th Doctor adventure, but it's just the Master manipulating plans. Because I think, even if you warp time, so it never happened, what was the point? God, I think you just need to be a bit more critical sometimes. Fans, that's what I really think. You can't suck up too much.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
There's got to be a balance between everything.
Yeah. So, big finish next year.
It's looking okay. It's not...
I think this year had a bit more meat to it, didn't it? A lot of stuff was announced prior.
It's probably my favourite year of Big Finish for a couple of years, actually.
Yeah. So, Luke asks another question. Favourite classic Who TARDIS team and favourite new Who TARDIS team? For me, it's Seven and Ace classic. You've got some belter pairings. You've got Doctor and Stephen, Ian and Barbara. I love Ben and Polly. I love Jamie and Victoria, Jamie and Zoe. The Third Doctor and Liv.
Yeah.
Liz, I mean. Yeah. Third Doctor and Joe. Well, how did I forget Joe's name?
Fake fan.
Yeah. Harry and Sarah, I think, was the best Fourth Doctor team.
Lovely.
That you cannot beat that.
But I do like 4 and Romana 1 because Romana 2 is very flustered my eyebrows. Romana 1's like, come on, let's get on with it.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that you'll prefer Marytown. I think what I like with Romana 2, when you see her, your personal biases may bring upon just the pretty girl, but she's actually bloody intelligent. City of Death. Her and the Doctor just having just casual scientific banter, fantastic stuff. Horns of Nymon, hand screwdriver.
Yeah, but Horns of Nymon, I kind of feel like it's very much they're in that honeymoon stage, fluttering their eyebrows and the scrunch. There's the Jodie scrunch.
Yeah.
When it's like, oh, don't worry, there's a few miles left in your old girl, and it's like, I'm talking to the TARDIS, Romana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good stuff on Prime Computer. That's
Prime Computer, yeah.
So, favourite for classic?
Oh, Free and Joe.
I
just think, I think the documentary on Curse of Paladin, John and Katie, it just shows how tight
the whole
friendship they have.
Yeah. I can really see that. Well, I with me, I think
they were made for each other. I feel like there are pairings where you feel like that's the definitive pairing,
and the fact they just got on as well off camera.
Yeah.
Katie getting picked up by John, and sometimes as a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That was usually a highlight of her week.
Yeah. And going off to Ibiza and staying with John and Ingeborg and the kids.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I even think Liz with the Third Doctor in terms of story. I think it's equally as good pairing. I love them.
Season 7, I quite like there not being that much Liz because I just love it. Yeah, it's a very special and it's a very good season.
Yeah.
But anything with season 7, I do have a bit of twinge of nostalgia for because there's not that much of it. It's like Eccleston. There's not much Ninth Doctor stuff, but
hopefully it's what happened to Graham.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah. That's a little tease for my thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 7, pick 7 and Ace. I just think the relationship with them oversaturated in Big Finish, but we're just keeping that to the side.
Yeah,
I absolutely just love their banter I love. It's not that long. It's literally Ace's second episode, and it's Ace. Pass me that Nitro 9. You're not carrying.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful.
It's weird to think that that was her first story because Remembrance doesn't feel like it is.
It feels more like Happiness. It's her first.
Yeah.
It's weird. I wonder what the production order of that was. Do you remember my little theory of that? Like Happiness was meant to open up because it's thematic. Then it was meant to be Silver Nemesis. Yeah. Then it was meant to be Greatest Show, and then Remembrance is the finale. That was kind of like my little thematic order, or maybe Greatest Show was meant to be first. I
feel like Greatest Show.
It's on my Twitter.
Yeah.
The actual full thing. That's my just a little theory of what was going on in the meetings, not before the script stage. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. New series is pretty difficult, actually.
Yeah, and with me, it is Ninth Doctor, Rose and Jack, and the 12th Doctor, Bill and Nardole. I think those pairings are fantastic because Jack, I think, gives Rose a lot more fun to do, which takes up the arseholiness of her character.
That's why I like Boomtown, because it's just a great
banter.
Great little gang.
And it was limited as well, and I think that's what makes Bill and Nardole really special with the 12th Doctor.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Meeting in Twice Upon a Time where Dr. Caesar tear up.
Oh god, when they hug and you're just like...
At the end, yeah.
Does me. I'd say 9 and Rose because it's my first pairing.
Okay, that's good.
But I do like 10 and Donna.
Yeah.
Because I just think you can't beat the chemistry between Tennant and Tate.
Yeah.
But I do like, 12, Bill and Nardole.
Do you have a least favourite?
Least favourite? I don't know. Probably 10 and Rose.
10 and Rose. I kind of like the friendship of 10 and Rose. And to be fair, it was fair game for Rose to get with 10, essentially, because her and Mickey broken up in Boomtown. And the whole Hands Like Christmas invasion from them was a bit shitty, but it's just Tennant being a prick. But I've really soured on
Amy.
I think do you know what? I've actually never liked it when Rory is kind of travelling.
No. Oh, I know my least favourite now. Amy and Rory. I don't like Rory.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think with Rory, I really liked him. You then realise just what was the point of the character, because she treated him horrifically all the time.
Yeah.
She literally hit you and beat him.
Yeah. And
she would abuse him verbally, and I just don't think he deserved her. He just didn't deserve someone so shitty in his life. So I think, it's like, even, I don't know. Clara's awful. I don't know.
And I feel like Clara has an arc. They don't.
She had an arc in Series 7. Then I think she'd have gotten deep breath.
No, I feel like she has an arc in Series 8.
Was she?
The beginning of the Control Freak, the downward spiral, but she can't control her life, but she just can't.
Oh, she definitely should have left and left for last Christmas when she was supposed to do that.
Yeah, just couldn't balance.
Series 9 with Bill. Oof.
Yeah, but that's a weird because we wouldn't have Bill.
Oh no, but you could have had Lincoln.
Yeah, I would have liked that.
Yeah. Lost stories you wish was made most. I've just got season 27, Crying Face, and I really think that the layered down format for season 23.
Yeah.
I think that was actually a fantastic.
That's the thing. Big Finish haven't really done 27 justice because it's not that good of a season.
No.
When you look at the Big Finish.
Yeah.
But,
and they did deviate a bit and they rearranged the order because Earth Aid was meant to be the opener, but they had it as the finale, and they changed some stuff with the Ice Warrior story as well.
Ice Warriors and Fish Fingers. What's that about? Come on.
Yeah, I think season 27 because I really think McCoy got cut off. Yeah. As the main one.
But then you'd kind of have like Richard Bryars. Is it Richard Griffiths? Richard Griffiths.
Was that a fan theory? Because I think that's fan bullshit. That.
I think I've got to go for some. You see, a Scratchman would be quite nice. Could be more Ian,
Doctor Who and it would be essentially Doctor Who and the Daleks 3.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Because it'd be more Harry, more Sarah, more Tom, and I just love the whole idea of Daleks. Like this final showdown with the Daleks on this massive pinball machine.
God, that on a 70s budget movie, that would have been fantastic.
That would be wonderful to see.
By Aru Productions. And you could have like the big fanfare and maybe a little shitty opening and a very nice new theme.
Yeah,
that would have been quite good. So, is yours actually Scratchman then?
I think if the boundaries were literally non-existent, I'd have that.
Okay. What would the boundaries to TV stories?
I would say Yellow Fever and How to Cure It.
Yeah.
So I would have liked to have seen that because there's no adaptation of it.
Yeah.
But it's not like a story exists.
Yeah, I've always so been surprised that Big Finish never done it with Jeffrey Beavers and with the recast of the Rani. Yeah, exactly.
And it's more Autons, and they're just brilliant. Autons are fantastic. Underrated monsters they are.
Yeah, and I feel that there's not much that we know about the story.
Yeah, because I feel like they either had novel adaptations or they got adapted to Big Finish.
Yeah, because I think the literary idea that was finalised was literally just commissioning a story with the Rani Master and Autons. That was just it.
Yeah.
And I think with season 23, you could have. I think Mission to Magnus would have been way better on screen. Yeah. Nightmare Fair. I think if that season happened, the Sixth Doctor would be very well remembered.
I think it would have just carried on. I don't think Colin would have gone. I think he would have stayed on.
Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, that's from Luke. Thank you very much. That's
Thank you.
3. So Adam the Ultimate Whovian asks,
good friend.
Next, best DVD for special features. Mine is the one you don't have, and it is Remembrance of the Dalek Special Edition because I just think it's all great. And you've got the DVD for the Davros connections.
Okay.
Absolutely beautiful. Really got me into the awareness of Big Finish because it goes through Davros and his audio stories. I think also Survival is a really good one.
Survival's very good.
Because you've got Endgame, you've got the comic strips.
Yeah.
The comic strips, I think, are some of the best special features.
No, actually, no, that's on Delta and Bannerman.
It's on Delta and the Bannerman?
Delta and Bannerman.
Oh, okay, but Survival anyway, I think that's fantastic as well. TV movie special editions done very, very well.
I don't have that, so I can't comment on it.
It's very good, like, you got Nick Courtney going... do you know there's boring special features going through what was the headlines and stuff like
Tomorrow's Times.
Yeah, but the TV movie one's very good, actually.
Okay.
That's got the 8th Doctor strips on it.
See, it's weird because I've got, like, really good special features, but just, like, as a release.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking as a release as a whole?
Release.
Like, as in, like, story and...
No, just the DVD
like,
for special
War
features.
Games is very good.
Oh, good point.
Good free disc. I think Spearhead Special Edition. So you've got the lovely sort of transition of talking why Pertwee's era came about.
Frontier in Space.
Frontier's very good because of the Delgado documentary.
That's the only reason.
Living with Levine.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's a good
Claws
little
of Axos.
one. Yeah, Claws of Axos Special Edition.
Genesis.
Green Death Special Edition, that's very good.
Genesis,
Genesis, yeah, that was my first, so yeah, I do love that. And then Inferno Special Edition, very good.
Is it?
Because you've got Toby Haydock going back with Havoc, and he brings like the boys back.
Oh, that's very good.
They haven't been back together, feel like since they filmed.
Yeah.
And they get, their final task is to get Toby Haydock to do a stunt.
Oh, that's very good.
So yeah, it's very
Toby
good.
Haydock's always documentaries is very, very good. He's done like that. So BBC Two, what around the time of the 50th?
He's from down the road, actually.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, from down the road.
There's also Pyramids of Mars, just for that.
Yeah, Tech, yeah.
What's the word? Doesn't Tom go back to the location in that one as well?
I don't know.
Oh, it might. But yeah, either one of them.
Either of those.
I think my favourites is definitely the Remembrance of the Dalek Special Edition and Survival.
Okay.
Got good memories of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would yours like top 2 be or top 1?
Genesis, probably, because I do like that, because that was so exciting as a kid.
Yeah.
Because that was my first classic Dalek story.
Yeah.
And there was something incredibly exciting because I've seen like the Pertwee Dalek stories, and that was my only experience of those for many years.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think War Games is worth because it's like a free disc.
Yeah.
And like the whole disc is special features. I mean, Talon Special Edition is very good.
That is good.
It's very good. I do like that one. And I do like Tomb of Cybermen Special Edition, actually. So you've got that documentary about Cybermen.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But I guess I'm going to go Spearhead because I like that documentary because it's actually one of the rarer... Actually, Planet of Spiders, because it's actually got John being interviewed about his thoughts on Planet and Delgado, like the what would have been John's final story.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's very good.
Yeah, I think that'd be mine.
Favourite costume from each Doctor?
Hartnell's easy.
What was it? I think just any Hartnell.
Yeah.
I think my view of Hartnell is with the cane and just his normal outfit. I think the cloak is a nice, very special. Do you know when that comes back in the War Machine? Just like, hey.
Yeah.
And it feels really
Nice
special on
cozy.
10th Planet as well. Still.
Nice wintry look.
Yeah, but I think just kind of Hartnell, just normal with the cane. When he's without the cane, it looks really weird.
Yeah. You always imagine him, because when you've got the figure, you always have him with a cane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would yours be the same? Or?
Yeah, I'd say, I do like the little variation in the rescue.
Yeah?
Yeah, with the little, I think it's like a blue cravat.
Mm.
Web Planet
It's
is
in
quite
black and
nice.
white.
Yeah,
So.
it's also, yeah. Yeah, I think as a variation, I do like the War Machines. No, I do like that.
I guess just go quickly through them. I guess like Troughton.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, can't do anything. I guess just what he wears
it's
in
just
the TV
hair,
show.
Really. Yeah, it's just hair.
I guess in his era because they just switch it up and later appearances, but just his era. Right, Third Doctor.
Okay.
The Three Doctors outfit.
Right. Okay. You'll go for that.
Yeah.
I'm going for Sea Devils.
Sea Devils.
Because it's literally Sea Devils specifically because John has the booth on.
Yeah.
It's not the slick back hair he has in season 7.
Tom, hard one. I love his Pyramids Mars outfit, but City of Death. I think those two.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of season 12. It fits the series, but not overall, Tom.
What about Terror of the Zygons? Like Planet of Evil type of thing? Or is it just like the jacket you're just not a fan of?
Just not a jacket.
Just a jacket. When I think of Tom, I do think of I do like Sharda Tom. Because it's kind of like a stripped back, lazy Tom costume.
That's fair.
I do like that.
I guess for special costumes, like in terms of like the special ones, Talons.
Yeah, Talons is very nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
I do love Talons.
Davison.
21.
Yeah, I guess the season 21 outfit is the best with the pinstripes,
It's colour.
And the jumper's a bit thicker and bolder, isn't it?
Yeah. Or you could go Time Crash if you want to be pedantic and have like the original jumper and the later season pants.
Colin, I like his outfit.
I think just the traditional blue.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think Holland is an arsehole of a doctor, and the biggest arse in the room would wear the arseholey costume.
Yeah, okay.
McCoy, obviously season 26, that is just prime McCoy. Like the brown jacket, and it suits him thematically. You start to take off the hat a bit more. Oh, he looks fantastic. I love it so much.
I'm going TV movie.
TV movie,
Because like what I said earlier, it's basically the fallen god. And it's kind of a progression from the the brown jacket.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
It's very tired and comfort look,
And it is a comfort. Mysterious 7. Especially when it's expanded upon. So. But yeah, I like that. McGann, TV movie.
I like the comic McGann.
Oh, the blue.
Yeah, I do like the blue.
Yeah, the blue and yellow cravat.
It's kind of that Tom relaxed look, when he kind of just gets rid of the cravat and it's just open collar.
It is. I think my other favourite variation would actually be it without the cravat, the TV movie without the cravat, and the shirt open.
Yeah.
That's been in a few strips. It was used in a few of the 8th Doctor ones. It was used to advertise big. Was it in Phase of Mars? It might have been. It was in one of them, and I love the photo of him.
Yeah.
It was on DVM. The open collar, it looks beautiful. His hair's expression as well. 9. Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
The green maybe. I don't know. I just don't really care.
I do like the red because it's kind of like funky 9. Yeah.
I just don't care. It's like
okay.
It's 9th Doctor.
Okay.
10th Doctor. I guess the brown suit.
Planet of Ood.
Planet of Ood.
Because I like it's kind of like it's like 42. I like that kind of casual, like it's shirt, t-shirt showing.
Yeah.
Kind of what I'm doing now, really.
Yeah.
I kind of took inspiration from that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think I like the brown suit because I have really good memories of Series 2. I guess just the whole Series 2 aesthetic with maybe just the spiky hair thing. Yeah. That's like Prime 10.
I'd say Season 4's Prime 10, personally.
Oh yeah, I guess like that would be my creation
for
the costume design and kind of just like the way his face is, because he did thin out a lot. I kind of like his little fat face in Series 2.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
It's like Matt Smith. Matt Smith, Series 5. Little fat face. Looks a lot better, and the big hair. I really love his costume in that series, just the way he wears it, and they don't fuck up the tweed like they do in Series 6.
I would go Victory of the Daleks as my favourite Matt Smith costume. That's cool. Because it's the only time Matt has brown boots in Series 5.
Can I be controversial and say that I really like him in the raggedy outfit? I think he looks so good in that.
Yeah, but you can't have that.
Oh, he looks... Oh, it's the best, like, post-regeneration look. He looks fantastic. But,
no, Jodie.
Oh, that is really good.
Jodie looks more Doctor in Capaldi's costume. Fact.
She does. I do agree with that. Okay, I guess just general Series 5, Matt. I don't really care. I think maybe I'm more affiliated to the blue side of the figure.
Yeah.
So Capaldi, I think
I think it's the
like the Heaven Sent look, with the red velvet.
Okay.
But I love... oh, do you know what, actually? No, change my mind. It's the Dr. Falls variation.
I was going for that.
Yeah, because it's the black. It fits him. I love the cuffs being undone.
Perfect.
Yeah, that Dr. Falls, I think, prime. Twice Upon a Time, a bit too much. Perfect.
I do like Dr. Falls. I do like the raggedy coat.
Yeah.
I do like that, how it just
the way
flares.
It's torn. Yeah, I love the torn.
How it represents blood.
Yeah.
With the red lining. I do like that.
I like it.
But yeah, I'd go Dr. Falls.
And you know, the waistcoat's a bit tighty as well. That's perfect.
Yeah.
You changed because you used to really like his three-parter outfit.
Well, it's always been three-parter. It's basically, the silhouette's been the same, it's just the different cut of the jacket.
Yeah. But I
do like the class look because it's kind of Series 8 Capaldi, but with Series 10 hair.
Yeah, the class Capaldi is. It is good. Class.
Yeah, that's the only thing what's class about
it. Looks really good in Doctor Mysterio as well.
Yeah, we did watch that and I did enjoy him in that.
No, it's very good. But I think Dr. Falls Prime, that just that nudges the red velvet. By the way, red velvet figure shit.
Needs a waistcoat. When they were doing the revised set, you know, they should have just said, give him a waistcoat.
The head's dodgy on mine as well. Oh, that's such a shame. And I think he looks too skinny anyway.
Okay.
13th Doctor. Oh god, it is the regenerated look. But in terms of hair outfit, I think I like it with the black t-shirt. That's about it.
I don't know. Nothing really strikes me, Jodie.
No.
I kind of just think of what we've seen before.
Yeah.
Kind of like the navy.
Yeah. That'd be something, you know, because we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Costume change. What about if he just swaps out the t-shirt for a shirt?
Yeah, I think probably
black shirt.
No.
Blue shirt. Different shirt every week.
I feel like a pattern shirt.
Pattern shirt. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think the shirt. I like the braces, but I think the shirt maybe take up the coat a bit more. I think
she does do a fair few scenes, you know, jacketless. Yeah. Like Kablam. You know, she practically know about the coat.
Yeah, I probably use the t-shirt. I like the t-shirt, but I feel just to make a bit more doctory look-wise, I'd like that. Because it already is a doctory look to me, but I think tonally, I think there needs to be a visual change along thematically as well.
Okay, I'm with you.
So that's our favourite costume for each Doctor. War Doctor? No, we don't care.
War Doctor is only one.
We're not the 13th Doctor, so character options. Let's give him a dark.
A different jacket.
That was so stupid.
Silly jacket.
So favourite big finish release from this year, Alan asks. Got to go Ravenous 2.
I don't really want to say.
Oh.
Because I've got a video coming out.
Oh.
Because I normally do my top 10 big finish of the year.
Okay.
So I kind of want to...
Or will this be out, or will that be out? I don't know.
No, it's not going to be out.
Okay. Okay, so we'll save that one for you. But I'll tell you what, singular story, I guess for the idea... I really love Trial of the Time Machine. That really gripped me so much, just with the way it's kind of just the theoretical science element, bridging travel and speed in order to create time. I loved that so much. But yeah, I guess Ravenous 2, just consistently good box set.
I think. Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say Better Watch Out.
Better Watch Out.
I'll say that as a story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to say.
Well, there we go. Little tease for your videos coming up.
Yeah.
And finally, Sea Devil Lagoon. That's 2 questions.
Guy.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah. We love you, Ethan. We love you, Sean.
Buddy.
Which story sounds best on paper but let down in execution?
Got mine.
I've got mine.
Okay.
Okay. Mine is Magician's Apprentice, and which is familiar.
Oh, good shout. Good shout.
Because I loved the first 10 minutes of that. Of Davros dying and calling the Doctor to come talk. It's very... almost similar to Terra Firma in a sense, even though it's more by chance. I really like it, and I feel that you could have done so much with that, yet you had it as a Dalek tease to draw people in. Missy, I hated her in it. She didn't need to be there, and I would have had a companionless story for it. I would have had it towards the end of the series, and I just literally would have had it as a Doctor and Davros story. Problem is, how do you kind of break it up? But I don't know. I really like that. Also, do you know what? Hellbent of the Doctor going to Gallifrey in order to strike vengeance upon thee. I think that is a fantastic idea.
It should have been all about Gallifrey because, you know, we've been building up to this point. The 50th was a whole arc of let's find Gallifrey.
Yeah, and since 2005, when it was revealed in End of the World, Gallifrey was gone.
That was a big thing in
speculated.
End of Time, wasn't it? That was a big deal for us.
And that was really what happened. That brought up what happened during the war because of wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I to be honest, I would have really put up big money for Timothy Dalton back. I really did not like Donald Sumter as wrestler. I thought he didn't have any power.
Didn't have any scene, really.
He's too old. He's too old and tiny. While Timothy Dalton has this power in his voice. The absolute, I think,
it was
still
does it right.
Yeah.
It would have been the lagoon at the time Timothy Dalton finished.
Oh.
With all his spit.
I thought you were meaning just the progression of time and the way it would go. Oh, I like that. Would it? Yeah. His spit. I just love. Can you just imagine him just kind of like spitting all over Capaldi, and Capaldi just stood there, kind of just like. But yeah, I think Timothy Dalton's the best wrestler and actor. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, Hellbent. Just the synopsis we got and
the trailer.
Oh, the trailer.
Let's be honest, the trailer was very good.
The trailer was paying.
Very good.
It literally could have been Lungabarrow 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oof.
Literally could have been.
Be still my beating heart. Oh man.
Every virgin in the world cries out in orgasmic joy. Looms. Yeah, so Hellbent, which is familiar. Yeah. Let's do.
Series 11.
Oh!
It's good on paper, isn't it?
Love it. I love that.
It's good on paper, isn't it?
Lovely. I love that answer. Yeah, I agree. That's all. It's empty, it's fine. Empty, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Glass fell.
Okay.
But yeah.
Series 11 on paper sounds great.
Yeah, I like that.
Execution, no, not there. Sorry, Chips.
I like that. Even though I was pleased with the series, I really agree. I like that so much. That is a fantastic answer. Yeah. Are there any other stories? But I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's the most disappointing one for me.
And the final answer: favourite Dalek design.
This has literally been him for 2 days. Like, no joke. That's your favourite. I like the 60s Daleks.
Yeah.
I like the Power Dalek.
Yeah.
But I like the Genesis.
Oh, okay. I think, yeah, okay.
For me, Genesis is kind of that war tank, gunmetal grey, yeah. Alright, Doris, you're chill. You just love that so much.
Oh, I do. Well, yeah. I think Genesis is a strong...
I do think Genesis.
Good answer.
I do like the Remembrance Renegade Dalek. When it's on fire, it looks brilliant on fire.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the Red Dalek from Doctor Who and the Daleks. Is the absolute peak. I think Doctor Who and the Daleks is just the peak design for a Dalek. I don't really think it'd work now, to be honest. But I think back in the 60s, it was phenomenal. They've never looked better. They just are absolutely...
So good you can feel the heat.
Yeah, so good you can feel their fire. Oh, I love it. The Red Dalek's my favourite in that movie. I love the drones, the Supreme, best Supreme I've ever had. In terms of canon, I think that... I don't know. I love the Imperial Daleks. Absolutely look fab. Even you're seeing your collection that's absolutely way too big. It's dustier in person.
Sorry.
Yeah. I think seeing the one with the long eye stalks swayed me a bit toward because I've always loved the design, but I've never liked the figures. I think because the iris.
Right, who's your favourite person who does the Dalek voice?
It's Peter Hawkins.
Peter Hawkins.
Because it was when I watched Evil in 2015. I think I really started to appreciate him because he's got such command and you're scared of him. Yeah. I think that I love Roy Skelton, but I think it's kind of a bit. With age, it gets a bit pantomime.
See, I do like the 80s Dalek voices in a way.
I like them.
I do like Resurrection, that's great. And I do like Remembrance.
A peak voice of the 80s is Remembrance, I think, for me. Best Supreme canon. I really love the Master Plan one, but I also love the Resurrection one.
I go Planet because he takes no shit.
Yeah, in terms of acting, yeah.
He takes no shit.
Yeah.
You failed, you shall die.
Yeah, I like how the Black Dalek in the 60s had personality.
Okay, yeah.
And I love how...
Source of Commander or just general?
Oh no, I mean just the Master Plan.
Okay, just in general.
And I think with Big Finish, expanded upon fantastic in Dalek Empire.
Yep.
So yeah, I think there's my favourite Daleks.
That concludes the Q&A, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was the last question. I hope you've enjoyed this Q&A, given a bit more of an insight on our little theories, our little differences.
This has felt like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, probably about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what that's like, and it's been very good.
It's been fun.
It's the third video we've done.
Third video and another one to go.
Another one to go.
So yeah, check out James's Night Thoughts video when it comes out.
Yeah, that'll be on JArkhamReviews. And yeah, that's just all about Series 11 and our thoughts. And we kind of do, we let our steam out.
Yeah. Because Series 11, like we say, is very much the first time me and James have been divided.
Yeah.
Because we're normally on the same page, we see each other, we see each other's view. But this time it's been very different.
Yeah. So we'll see who's on the side, but we're not full hating on it. Like
no.
We give a fair review, I hope.
I wouldn't say our ratings are bad.
Yeah, I think our ratings are fair. I think we give improvements for them to do. What other views we would like to see, but also we talk about a lot we like. There's a couple episodes we just can't name a bad thing,
not at all.
And like the bad things that we may say, it's like little tiny things, so like tiny
casting things, isn't it?
Yeah. But
missed opportunities, more like.
But yeah, so check that out on JArkhamReviews for main thoughts.
There we go. So we are. That concludes this Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. So thank you very much, and tatty bye.
Bye bye.